Okay. You want to know what black woman is? Black woman is God. Black woman is God. The black woman is now white woman. That's my two daughters going to the future as whites. The girl who is sitting on the picture is not a girl. It's a man who makes love to his wife. In the last 42 years, it took 2 women to get pregnant the last 68 years to make the boy and the girl, boy and the girl, boy and the girl. And now, this girl is sitting holding a baby. Black woman is God by the sunlight. Really? The sunlight in my eyes is not a pussy, it's not a dick. That's why it's baking skeleton in the stomach that we go 6 feet. You know what I think about you, the man who pretend to be your wife the last 40 years? You should take your dick to give breastfeeding. Not the breast. The breast is coming from your wife. Your dick is what you need. When a man make love to his wife and become the second daughter in the house, and when he get pregnant, he should give the baby his penis. Forgive me, it's not a bad language. Just stay tuned. Black woman is God. Listen to my mind, then maybe you will know exactly who is who. Take your dick, give it to your child, so that the child will drink all the sperm out of you, so you will never fuck another woman to make a second child. For as long as your dick is still available for you to fuck the pussy and print another baby, you will bleed the God. Your wife was the 32. You married. Your wife sleep, happy birthday, become the 33. The wind was next door. The 32 don't have any baby. And now the 33 come on top of your wife. Why is your wife, the 32, just go to the 31 that just get pregnant to make the baby by 32? Laziness. Sex in the bedroom. Go to school 5 years later. Mama just leave you on the door. The last 400 years, big people don't know big people. Only children know children. Why? Well, let me tell you. Think with me. You are the black woman sitting with the baby. Let me tell you the dictionary and the book that never went to school, so that you will tell it to the child you're giving the breastfeeding to. I am online giving breastfeeding to my son, and you are here imitating the me. Now, let's check your brain and let's check mine, shall we? Because what we plant in the ocean is what the dead body is coming to listen to. Children going to school, picture of sex every 5 years. Now, every year, the 4 is 5. The 4 is 5. Going to school, the 4 is 5. It is going like a bread from the oven. And every 1 year, the women who have the 4 year, they are now the 5 year going to school. Do you know what happened when the children go to school? It's called Little People City. Their eyes is a webcam. They don't miss nobody because they see all the faces that exist in the world. The last 400 years, children only know children in the Little People City. They went to the Big People City. They get a job. They come home. Why? Only to come to leave the coffin inside the houses. Sex, they step down 5 years later. They go back to school with the same faces. Yesterday the system think they were smart. They're like, we're just gonna keep them in school. They don't know they are just adults in the school. They see the children, they're thinking they're going to learn. Well, they make a big mistake because they kill the wall. And now the wall is a ghost town, only picture of sex, which is just condom. There's no real people anymore. And I will break it down for you to understand specifically what I mean about that. When the brothers and sisters go to school, what happened? When they're supposed to come home to bring their mother's graveyard, because they were in school 5 years old. 10 years in school, the mother was 35, the mother become 45. The father was 40, the father become 50. Now the child in school become the 15. Another 10 years later, the mother become the 55, and the father is now the 70. The father is the 60. And 10 years the father becomes 70, and now the boy is 35-year-old, the mother in the school. The mother was 35, the boy go to school, only 35 years time. The mother is 70 at home. The child in school is now the 35-year-old with the mother masturbation inside his dick. It's no problem when he feels it. But the biggest problem is when he go to prom, when he go to disco, and then he call the classmate and say, hey, I think I like to have your face the last time I went to school. I don't like my face. I think I like your brother face. Can we go and make love? Can we go and get a loan from the bank? We can live together. Now, father was 40. The father is now the 75 years. 5 years later, the boy become the papa, the 40 years old. It's time to make the boy, because the boy was the 5 that went to school. When the papa was 35, the boy was the baby. 5 years later, the papa, the 35, become the mother that was the 30. Now, you look, the 5-year-old go to school, the mother is 35. 35 years time, the boy is now the 35, the mother is the 70. But only 5 years later, the boy have to spend only 40 years in school. The father is now 80-year-old boy, is now the 45 year. But he comes home, he was the baby, the Anunnakis, or whatever you want to call them, the ones who hijack me and who waiting for my masturbation. And when I'm here fighting, blocking, instead of they give a fuck about what's wrong with the black woman, everybody's pretending to be me. Let me tell you a good, sweet melody, a lullaby, when you go into sleep in your graveyard 100 years later. When this body will be gone, but the voice will be here. If you're able to save it. If I'm not talking to the Anunnaki themselves, if there's human being translating for them, if you're able to listen to this, I hope you find a book and find 1 or 2 sentences and write it down. The biggest game is, when the boy goes to school, he went as a little boy. The father sleep, the boy come home. The father sleep, the boy is getting bigger, the father is getting bigger. You just don't get it. If the father was only 40, and he stopped 40, and the boy grew up to be 40, okay. But the father is changing. The father become 80, the boy is now the 40, the mother is now the 75. And now, this baby boy is with the mother body, with the father face. He comes home, but not at home by mama. He goes home to the classmate's bedroom. They get married. Now, they need to get the 2 little children that went to school out of the bedroom. They come to leave their graveyard, the coffin, the big body that go on top of them. They come to leave it at home, and then they get the little baby out. 5 years later, the children go back to school. You know what happened when they go back to school? The boy did not come home to his sister to get his flesh. His face go back to school with the school girl. The school girl have a flesh. The flesh belongs to the mother of the girl and the brother of the girl and the sister of the girl. The boy did not come home to his sister, which is his mother. If he come home to his sister and left his dead body, then he get a brown new body from the sister. Then he go back to school. But no, he sent his face to school and his big body died and went 6 feet. Now, all the boys that went to school the last 400 years, they were just the mother life. They all dead. What exists? Just the girls. The girls make the boy and the girl, boy and the girl. Now, all the wrong sister went to the wrong brother. They commit suicide. And now the world is fucked up. They think the black woman is responsible. They hijacking me, using me, copying me, killing me. Hijacking me, using me, copying me, killing me. Now, for the first time, the sunlight, the soul from the sunlight, enter my eye 23 of March. And now, telling me what to do. That is a big problem. Anunnakis are not from another space. They are just the bodies we have before we transit to a better, fresher. But the gods did not allow them to have a proper fingers now when they die, because we make an XX children and they come to be our brothers and sisters. So, a man, I think, in this world, if I was God, like they say, black woman is God. If I was God, every papa will give their breastfeeding through their dick. I will make the baby suck every last sperm out of his dick so that he will not make a second baby, because he is alone. So, pretend to be your wife, give him breastfeeding when your breast is your wife's breast. You don't go to your sister. If you go to your sister, you become the little girl what was you. No, you crisscross and take an empty girl that is available for all the dead animals. And now, this girl is a planet to feed street orgasm. The next time you want to preach about black woman is God, take a good look at your skin. You are brown, you're not black. What is black? It's darkness, the shadow behind you. Black woman is God. All the black shadow behind white, black, Asian, all color. And for your information, I did not came from the black pussy. I came from the gorilla vagina. And my papa is a monkey. So, do your mathematics before you try to make other people feel bad. Because the more they feel bad, the more war gonna be in this world. There is no white or black who is a god. We are just picture of sex. And the owner of this body is from the gorilla stomach. That's why our Pinocchio is going 6 feet when the wind is finished with us. And the next time you want to spell God's name, why don't you look in your food container and find the smallest fly? That is God. When you see the fly moving, if that wind that make the fly fly does not pass in your nose, you're going 6 feet. So, my name is called Pussy, but the reason why I'm called Pussy, because the gorilla only give me her pussy to come out and leave the hair on my head and some hair in my vagina, some hair under my underarm. So for the rest, you just need to know whatever you're trying to project out there is not real. First of all, white people, everything they own, they print money, because everything they own, I don't care, they steal it or not, at least they wake up in the morning to keep it going. Don't envy them, because you're not waking up to do something about your life. You're not finding a way how to export the dirt from Africa so your backyard can give you food. You're not helping one another. You're making competition and holding microphone, rapping, making big noise. I lock myself in a house 30 days, not going to the city, not going to no disco. For all of you out there, which is just daddy little girl having fun in fantasy, blindly, my name is Pussy, because I am made by the pussy, and I'm the snail from the ocean that tries it to be a rat, that become a monkey, that become a gorilla, and to become the biggest mistake, which is mankind.